Hello, 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 everyone. Can y'all see me today? Let me tell you, I have had such a trying day today. I'm not sure what is going on. Hold on. I'm not sure what's going on today, but I seem to be having quite a bit of issues today. My laptop, which is par for my course, my laptop does not seem to be working, for lack of a better. I have spent the last 20 minutes trying for it to get on. I guess it's doing updates. So I don't seem to be able to share with you guys what's going on. And then for whatever reason, I can't seem to get my video to work. So let me switch to active speaker. I think that's the right thing to do. Let's see what's going to happen here. Nope, I don't want you to see me. I want you to see the video. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to stop and start again as soon as I get access. I'm like, Murphy is just like not working with me today. I don't know why. And I'm just having a very difficult time today. Just bear with me and I will get this show on the road. All right, hold a moment. Where is my Zoom? Got it. All righty, I can see it now. Can y'all see me now? Perfect. Let me make sure that everything is in the right orientation. That's so much better. Oh, Lordy Jesus. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I tell you, I don't know. The more I try to get on top of things, the less it seems to work. My computer is just having, whew. Anyway, enough of the whining and whatnot. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. You guys, let's take this from the top. This is your host, Caron Bailey. I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I am today to share with you the third mystery stamping event here at Sweet Stamping Creations. Thank you guys for your patience. As you know, we were scheduled to do mystery stamping on Sunday. Sunday was Memorial Day weekend. I had plans, went to my sister's, and it was just quality time. So that's what I spent the time doing. And I just wasn't prepared. So I have no excuse. Purchase when you spend $50 or more in my online exclusives. I'm not in my online store. I've got so much to tell you. I just saw them today. And subscribe to my blog, my newsletter to stay up to date on what's happening with Sweet Stamping Creations and what good news Stampin' Up has for you. Ask me about joining my team. And you guys, if you're going to want to join my team in June. You're going to want to join the team in June. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. So without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get started because I do know that there was a delay. If you subscribed to my blog, my newsletter, as well as you follow my events on my website, www.sweetsignatures.stampinup.net. You would see in the events that I had posted the clues, clue number 1, of the parts and pieces that you needed for tonight's card. So here we go. You'll need a card base. I'm not going to tell you what color. You can use basic white. You can use a colored cardstock, whatever it is you're wanting to use for your card base. And it is going to be 5.5 by 8.5 is your card base. And then you're going to need a piece of designer series paper, one piece that's 3 1/4 by 3 inches. And you're going to need another piece in a different pattern that is 2 3/4 by 4 1/8. You're going to need a piece of basic white or very vanilla, whichever one you're wanting to use. And these are the pieces and the dimensions that you'll need. You'll need one that is 4 1/4 by 5 3/8, and the other that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Y'all, I still have not gotten into my computer yet. Okay, this is ridiculous. This is what happens when I don't log into my computer for over a week. Apparently it's going through updates or whatever the heck it's doing, but hey, it is what it is. So you're going to need a piece of coordinating cardstock that is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. You'll need some nesting dies, 7 inches of ribbon, stamp set. Your sentiment should be no taller than 2 inches and no wider than 3 1/4, okay, or 3 inches. And of course, an embossing folder. This is optional, but an embossing folder will add a nice little touch for it. All right, so you should have already grabbed your parts and pieces. And by the way, if you are joining me, please feel free to pop in. Let me know where you're joining me from, and just give a shout out. All right, as always, here we go. Clue number 2. And I don't have anybody live with me, so I am going to have to monitor myself. And so the first thing you want to, or the second clue is to cut your card base if you have not already, and score it at 4 1/4 on the 8.5 inch side. All right. I'll give you a few minutes to do that. All righty. That shouldn't take you too long. Third clue is you're going to emboss that piece of basic white that was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Whatever your embossing folder is, you're going to use that to emboss that 4 1/8 inch panel. Ugh, it's ridiculous. It's now telling me my computer will restart. I'm like, what the heck were you doing all this time? Anyway, all right, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to take care of that. All righty. All righty. Our next clue . So you're going to grab that 3 by 3 1/4 piece of designer series paper and the 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 piece of basic white or very vanilla, whichever one you chose to. And you're going to, with repositionable tape, you guys, you're going to add the DSP to that basic white or very vanilla cardstock. Okay. All right, clue number 5. you're gonna grab out the nesting dies, okay? And you're gonna use your nesting dies. I use the nesting rectangles, scallop rectangles. I think that's what they're called. And I used, I think it was the second, oh my gosh, which was it? I think it was like the third and fourth largest ones that I use. Let me grab my so I can show you. I forgot to put it in my notes. That's why I'm not telling. Hold on, let me grab it. As always, that's if I can find my things when I need them, which I seem not to be able to do at this very moment. Hold on, still looking. Trying not to topple over this big old mess in here. Ah, here we go. All right, so when I use the stitched rectangles, that's what they're called, stitched rectangles, I used, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth largest and the fifth. Is that right? So these are the two that I used. Actually, I used one. That's the one I used. Okay. Making sure that I'm telling you the right thing here. Oh no, I did not use that one. Ha 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 ha. 1, 2, 3, 4. I used the fourth smallest. I'm making my liar out of myself, y'all. That's the one I used. So that is the third largest die that's in the set. So that's the one I used, okay? And that gave the approximate measurements that we were looking for, okay? All right. So now that you've used that, so what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna line this up over the DSP and the panel, and you're going to run that through the die cutting machine. Okay, give you a minute to do all of that. All right, so the next thing you're going to do, now that you've run that through the die cutting machine, is you're going to stamp the sentiment at the bottom of that panel. You're going to separate the DSP and the basic white or very vanilla, and then you're going to stamp the sentiment at the bottom of that basic white or very vanilla piece of cardstock. If you're me, you're going to heat emboss it. You're going to add a little bit of clear embossing powder to your black ink. You're going to heat emboss it. If you're not me, you'll leave it alone. You won't do anything with it, okay? All right. So now, once you've done that, you're going to add that DSP panel back to the basic white sentiment panel that you just stamped, and you're going to match it at the top and on the sides. They should match evenly, and the sentiment should be at the bottom. Okay? And now you're going to run that back through the entire thing through the embossing machine with the embossing folder. And I'll give you a few minutes to do that. All righty. On the next step, I had you cut about 7 inches of ribbon, okay? You're gonna use about 4 inches of that, and you're gonna put that ribbon around the that stamped sentiment panel. I'm not gonna tell you how to do it, but you're gonna put that around the stamped sentiment panel, and then you're gonna reuse the remaining ribbon to create a faux bow on that panel. Are you guys having fun yet? I know I'm probably going fast because there's nobody watching and nobody that's on live with me that can help me to gauge when I should move on. But as always, when you're watching the replay, and don't forget to do #replay. When you're watching the replay, you can stop the video and stop the video, do what you need, do the step, and move on from there. All right, so you've done your bow. Now, using some dimensional, you're going to add this panel. Oops, I'm out of order here. Oh yeah, you're gonna, no, I'm not. This is perfect order. I'm so sorry. Oh, Lord. So you're gonna add this, the panel you just created, you're gonna add it to the matte layer colored cardstock with dimensionals. Perfect. You guys are doing awesome. I can't wait to see these cards. All right, we're almost done. All right. So you should have one piece of designer series paper remaining. Okay, and you're gonna add that piece to your card base with adhesive. Leave a comment for me and let me know if you think the mystery stamping cards projects that I've done those so far, if you think they're a little bit too easy. I'm really just starting out creating them, and I don't want to do anything that's too challenging or too difficult. So if you think they're too easy, just let me know. Say, hey, I'm ready for something a little bit more challenging, and I'll see what I can come up with for you. All right, so now that you've done that, you're going to take this sentiment panel that you just did that had the ribbon, and you're going to adhere that to the card base. And then add whatever other embellishments that you desire. You could maybe want to do some, some gems, some pearls. You may do some die cuts if that's something that you're wanting to do. However you're going to embellish, this is the time to do that. Alrighty, have you guys solved the mystery? I hope so, because I'm getting ready to show you what I made. I'm getting ready to show you what I made. All right, so here we go. Here is the card that I created today. Now, this was my sample card, right? And so when I created this was my simple now card. And then after I created, I said, maybe we could add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And so from this as our basic card, I went ahead and I stepped it up just a little bit. And if you'll remember, I had done this card for a using your, I didn't even realize they were so close. But this is another option. Here I use dies to embellish, to emboss. And I added some die cuts and some gems, and here's our sentiment. Now, just a little bit different, but here is our card for this week. You guys, if you've taken the opportunity to create this card today, Don't forget to share it with me. And I'll put all the links in the description box for you to share your projects with me. Thank you guys for joining me tonight for mystery stamping. I do admit, I do really appreciate any time that you have taken to spend with me. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your grace in allowing me to spend the time with my sister and my family this weekend. And I will see you next month for mystery stamping number 4. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. And happy stamping.